So, Mother, Thanksgiving is coming up. What are we going to do for that?
Well, I was thinking of having a turkey breast this year
Okay.
because I don't want to make a whole turkey, but I do like to have turkey. And you know what? Every Thanksgiving, I say to myself, why don't I make turkey more often?
Well, maybe that's your new resolution. You need to write that down so you don't forget it.
I'm going to put it, eat more turkey.
We need to be eating healthy meat, you know?
That's what's going to save us. Oh my God. What is happening?
Well, Tess fell down the other day. I don't know if she got up yet. So I guess she's pushing her way around trying to get back into bed. I don't know, but it's just like it's so hard to quarantine with your wife. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't respect the rules of social distancing. Like when she fell the other day and she was yelling for me, that put me in an awkward position.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Honey, you got to figure this out. I can't do everything. You have to stand by your own convictions and make a decision here."
Well, she's hard headed. I've always said that. So hopefully she fell on her head.
Yeah, maybe it loosened up the brain so she could be more open-minded. So,
I sure hope so.
so going back to Thanksgiving.
Now, Bernice is going to come over.
Oh, Mother.
What? I'm going to make her sit outside. She can be out the window like it's a drive-through.
I know, but I don't want her part of this call. She always makes things awkward ever since she got her boob job.
Now, honey, are you a little bit jealous of Bernice and her boobs?
I'm, well, maybe a little.
It's all right. It's good to acknowledge these things and say them out loud.
It's just frustrating because you know how I have that weird place in the back of my neck that I've been wanting to remove for years?
Yes.
Well, that's been on my mind, especially within quarantine, because all I am is stuck with myself. So all I see is my flaws that I want to cut off, you know? And here Bernice, in the middle of a pandemic, mind you, gets her boobies, you know, uh, gets them bigger, and it's just like, I want to do that. Well, not the boob part, but get that weird skin tag. It's like a skin tag that's like next to a giant
No.
mole.
Yes, I've seen it, honey. It looks
So,
like the state. It looks like Montana.
really? Because I always thought it kind of looked like a booger sticking its tongue out.
Well, that's probably because of the way you have to look at it. I got to look at it straight on. You see its reverse image, so it probably looks different.
Well, potato, potato. I just want it gone. And like just having her there is a reminder of how I have it so much worse than her.
If you don't want me to invite Bernice, I won't.
Well, but then I don't want you to be alone in your house.
I don't really mind.
Well, then why were you going to invite her?
Oh, you know how she is. She came over the other day. Well, she stands out on across the fence from me, and
Mhm.
she wears a lot of really low cut tops now because she wants to accentuate her new boobies. And I
Right.
think they were swelling for a while, but they've relaxed a little bit now. But anyway, so she's standing there with this V-neck on, just talking to me like it's not, and it's cold. It's cold if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Her headlights were on.
On like full like fog lights on a stormy night, just staring at me. And basically I just said it to get because I needed to wrap things up because I could go inside because I was getting a little Twitter pated sitting out there talking to her. And so I was like, well, I need to go, but if you want to come over for Thanksgiving, just let me know. And she's like, I'd love to. But I can just tell her that I made other plans, that I'm going to the K&W cafeteria or something.
Well, I thought she was dating that taxidermist.
Oh, now see, I should have told you. She was seeing him, but he started stealing her medication, her pain medication from her boob job, and he was selling it. So people were coming up to her door in the middle of the night, like 8 and 9:30 p.m., and knocking on her door because he had put on Craigslist that he had pain medication.
Well, I just don't want, if she does come over for Thanksgiving, Mother, she could bring him, and then you're going to have a drug addict on your porch.
Oh, I don't think he does drugs. He just sells them. But I see what you're saying.
I don't know. Because I've never been able to make small talk with her ever since that one time I was talking to her. And she was like, "Oh, are you still doing that little side thing you did?" You know how she said it real condescending, like, "Oh, are you still doing hand jobs?"
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it just hit me at the wrong time because I hadn't booked a gig in a while. So it just felt very pointed. It was like she was demeaning how much work I put into modeling all those different products with my hands, because I take pride in that, Mother. I mean, that's not a skill you develop overnight. That's something you work hard on year after year after year. You take classes. I mean, I've taken 6 classes from this one guy that he has a virtual class now, thank goodness. But I originally met him on Craigslist, and he's been great. It's affordable, it's like $75 for 15 minutes. And it's bang for your buck, Mother. And I know it's gonna pay off. I mean, even now, look how I'm holding my hands. Had I not taken this class, Mother, who knows where my hands would be in this picture right now, I've gotten more used to using my hands in conversation because this is how I'm trying to make my money now. Is with these, you know what I'm saying? So
I just want to recap really quickly here, just to make sure that what you've said is that I heard you correctly. You're paying a man on Craigslist $75 for hand job lessons.
I mean, the way he teach is very unorthodox, but it's kind of like Robin Williams in Dead Poet Society when he got on the desk. It was very unconventional, but people were like, they slow clap, they got it, and that's he's not like other teachers, and he gets me to do different methods that I wouldn't have thought about, different exercise techniques with my hands, and I think it's been beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like when she said that to me, it was just kind of like, oh, it was like, I'm putting in the work. Just because you're not saying it doesn't mean, I mean,